If you're dealing with someone for the first time and you don't know who they are, that might be tricky. And unfortunately, first impressions do last. And this is why it's important, if you're dealing with somebody for the first time and you're not your best, it's really intelligent to go back and clean that up with somebody. Say, hey, sorry, I wasn't at my best yesterday. I've had a difficult sleep or whatever. And I really appreciate you doing this work with me. And I'm sorry I wasn't at my best. Cleaning things up with people, if you meet them for the first time, is a smart thing to do to ensure that people want to work and collaborate and support you and cooperate with you. If you know someone, then you should ideally have a sense of who they are. And if you already know that they're benevolent and they're not at their best and they're triggered and imbalanced, then if possible, having some compassion, just remembering that we're all human. Maybe they didn't get a full night's sleep. Maybe they haven't had enough food. Maybe they've got money troubles. Maybe they're dealing with some grief in their lives. Maybe something has triggered them that is still not processed. And hopefully we can have some compassion. Third category of people I would suggest is fairly obvious from this question is people that are very, very good at hiding their true selves. Unfortunately, there are some people out there that hide in plain sight, who have a persona, which is Latin for mask. They have a mask of normalcy. They're able to normalize themselves and fit into society, but actually underneath, they are Machiavellian in nature, seeking to manipulate and control and deceive people, particularly gentle, decent folk, and getting them into relationships and causing chaos. Inside that category, well, try not to do anything on your own. I'm reminded of Sir Paul McCartney. Unfortunately, his first wife, who was highly regarded by everybody, passed away. And he got into a relationship with another woman who I'm not going to mention her name here, it's not relevant. But I remember reading reports. None of his children liked her. They all warned him off. But he got married and she got pregnant, and then her full colors emerged. It was an absolute disaster. But he had not been through that challenge. It's like his soul needed to go through that challenge that a lot of people have earlier in life. So part of his maturation was he needed to attract somebody that was not malevolent. He didn't know what the sign, not benevolent. He didn't know what the signs were. But I think when everybody around you doesn't particularly like your partner, it's a bit of a sign. But all is flow. The soul's going to do what the soul does, because the soul's agenda, to be clear, is your maturation to the full potential that you are capable of becoming in this lifetime. So we're not going to judge those steps. I'm not going to say that's stupid. If anything, from a game of life perspective, that's exactly what was needed to happen. But in answer to the third category of people, I would say, defer to your trusted advisors where possible. But I think the older we become, and especially the more we understand archetypal dynamics and archetypal relationships, the more we understand this fundamental material, we very quickly become a better judge of character. And the warrior energy is the judge of character. That's almost in their DNA, to know a wrong-un, to know right doing from wrongdoing. And us gentlefolk in particular must become better judges of character. And I think as we commit to our path to eldership and we become a more sovereign and balanced person, we become better judges of character. And I think the more that we go through relationships that are not savory, that are unsavory and challenging, the more we recognize the energetic signature and behavior of people that can't be trusted. So in a nutshell, you don't know somebody, kind of got to give them the benefit of the doubt. I like the traffic lights signal. Like if it's a green light, amber light, or a red light. Amber light meaning pay attention. If this happens 2 or 3 more times, you got to deal with it. Red light, it's over, it's out. You know, like let's think of a really clumsy red light thing. You're out on a date, you're walking along, and somebody just kicks a dog and swears at an old person. I'm out. Over. This red light situation, sorry, it's an absolute no. But sometimes we're not at our best, and that's we don't want to be judged too soon for a bad day. So